crammed here between the bathtub and the sink on a chair. Hey everyone, it's Shane, or AceKulpster as I'm known here on YouTube. Anyways, I'm 32 years old and I have partial dentures. Yeah, so I'm going to try to make this short, sweet, and to the point, but this is mainly for people that get treated differently. But yeah, I've been treated differently pretty much my whole life, ever since I was a kid. Now, I was never one of those people that followed the trends or had the latest, greatest things because, well, I wasn't really all that wealthy. I had more unfortunate things than fortunate things. Whether that's, and that would be me just being myself, family problems, dysfunctional family, trying to fit in but it never worked out, and all these things. But mainly I was just treated differently because it was who I am. But when I got into my preteens, 12, 13 years old, and at that point my teeth got pretty bad. So as I got older, my teeth became more crooked, and for whatever reason, I haven't really lost all my baby teeth as I got older, and that caused crowding, and my mouth is pretty small to begin with, so it made it a lot worse. And that didn't really bother me, but up until the crowding and the teeth coming, crooked, didn't really bother me. It was when I was in 7th grade. One day I decided to look out the bus window and watch everyone go by and say bye to them for the day, and my neighbor at the time, he thought it'd be funny to come up behind me and push my head just to be stupid. Well, he pushed my head, but my right front tooth hit the metal part that goes, across the glass, the bus window, and it broke the tooth. I just immediately sat down, started bawling my eyes out with my eyes closed, and I opened them up a little bit just for a second, and I just barely touched the tooth with my tongue, and it just, all the pieces, fell onto the floor, and I cried until I got home. Then, as I got into my house, my mom was on the phone, and she was like, I gotta go, my son is crying, and I don't know why. And then I told her, I went to the dentist's office immediately, and then they couldn't really do anything. They did like photos and x-rays and all that stuff, but they didn't really do anything because 1, we didn't have money, and 2, we definitely didn't have insurance. So there went that, and then I had to deal with a front broken tooth. So 2 years pass, now it's 9th grade. My teeth have become worse and obviously more noticeable, especially with the broken right front tooth. I definitely got judged, picked on, mean things that have always been said, but I never said anything. I never acted out on it in a negative way. I just pretty much sat there with, sorry, my watch. I pretty much sat there with a smile on my face and didn't say anything. Did I want to say something? Of course. But I think it takes a stronger person to not say anything at all. Especially with a smile on their face and just brush it off like it's nothing. But that's another thing too, is that people that look down on other people because they're different, and people that look down at other people, talk badly about them, bully them, both mentally and physically, that takes a toll. And a pretty harsh one at that, depending on the person, how they really deal with it. Some take it better than some, but all in all, it affects the person that's dealing with the torment and criticism and just a constant bashing. It can lead to depression. It can lead to thinking twice about yourself. You're affected by this, and it just makes you constantly think twice about everything. So it is very important not to be ignorant, not to do anything but be nice. Now, I was fine I was completely fine with myself, other than the fact that, you know, I had dental issues and then all the negativity. But before that, it didn't bother me, really. I mean, I am who I am, so that's never going to change. But like I said, I've always been the type of person just being myself, really. And I was okay with that. You know, I did try to fit in here and there, but, you know, it obviously didn't really work out. So I've always been happy with myself, but up until the whole incident where my tooth got broken, and then the negativity and the things that were said, that's when it started really affecting me more mentally. Now, I'm an overthinker. I think a lot. So people that overthink, it makes it a lot worse for them, because you're going to be overthinking every little thing that's wrong with you. But yeah, the criticism, just the negative talking, it just really affects you. And it really makes you think twice about everything and try to avoid as much as possible. I mean, I've always been embarrassed, ashamed, and everything else. But later on, I eventually started thinking that this is who I am and this is my life. So I gotta stay strong with my head up and just make the best of everything. So anyways, so when I was 15, 16 years old, I went to a different dentist place just to see what could be done. And they said that I need to go to an orthodontist because they can give a better answer and all that stuff. So not having money or insurance, that idea went out the window. And nothing else happened after that. So yeah, me having dental issues throughout high school, it made me just pretty much, you know, not do anything with anybody or go anywhere because of how I looked, and I didn't want to be judged and be asked questions. I didn't want the judgment and the criticism and all that stuff, so I just canceled everything. Then the last 2 years of high school, I really started to think when and if anything is going to change for the better. And unfortunately, it didn't, not for a while anyways. A year after I graduated high school, which is back in 2007, my mom passed away, which also changed things. I had these dreams and ideas that I would become either a police officer or a computer technician, because those are the only two things I, pretty much cared about. So yeah, that never happened, the whole college thing. So yeah, I never really had money, and I didn't have a car. So unfortunately, I was pretty much a bum, and I worked any job that I could get, and transportation was horrible. I hate to rely on people and depend on people as it is, so that made it a lot worse. So at age 27, I had a pretty stable job, but I only worked a couple days a week. But I saved enough money to actually get a car, and from at that point, things got better. I was able to obviously get from point A to point B, and I didn't have to depend and rely on people anymore. So when I did get a car, I was able to look for a better job that paid a lot more, which I did. After 2-3-ish years, I saved enough money to get dental work done. Now, dental work, no matter what it is, it's not cheap. I saved my money. I waited for my 2 weeks vacation, although I had to extend my vacation for another week or so because of, I couldn't just go right back to work after the whole dental procedure because I needed time to heal, and I also needed to be signed off to be approved to go back to work. But yeah, within the 2 weeks alone, I had a lot done. I had to do a lot of thinking, decision making, what I really want to do, doing it all, and then having to get back to work after that short amount of time. So then the day comes where I get my dental work done. So I had severe crowding. My mouth is small to begin with, like I've said before. My right front broken tooth, which pretty much decayed away, and so it was nasty. But and I ended up spending around 10 grand. But it was well worth it for both my health, mentally and physically, and appearance. My self-esteem came back, my confidence came back. I was happy again, and I actually, for the first time, felt what it was like to have normal teeth again. Well, aside from having normal teeth when I was a kid before they, changed, obviously. And I'll also show some before and after pictures of my dental work. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and clean my dentures for you, just so you can see what exactly I have to go through and do every single day. Also, a warning, you might see a little bit of blood, and that's because I have periodontics disease. And if you don't know what that is, it's a disease that affects your gums. You can get it one or two ways. One is not taking care of yourself, or you can get it from your parents because it is genetic. So if your parents have it, you'll most likely get it. So that's enough rambling. I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning my dentures. I have a container here that I put my denture solution in. Tablet. Fill up with some water. So instead of me trying to talk without any dentures in, I'm going to go ahead, remove them, put them in the solution, and as they sit, I'm going to go ahead and brush my teeth. My actual teeth, that is, the ones that I have on the sides. Those are still there. It's mainly the teeth in the front that were removed. I do plan on getting implants. That's something I really want. A lot better than dentures, because it eliminates the whole having to clean them every single morning and night. And plus, they're only more for appearance and looks. Can't really do much with them. Can't like bite into an apple. But the whole implant thing, that's I don't know when that's gonna happen. And I'm sure the implants are gonna cost way more than what I've gotten done, so. So yeah, that's the process. Pretty interesting and fun, huh? So yeah, like I said before in the beginning of the video, don't be ashamed and embarrassed of who you are. And the people who do that only do that because of one of two reasons. One, they're acting out, or two, they don't like themselves. Don't let ignorant people get to you. And if people can't accept you, then, oh well. You gotta stay strong, stay positive, and just keep going. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you found it interesting, entertaining, motivating, inspirational, encouraging. But if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, thumbs down. And if you want to comment, leave it down below. Also, if you have any questions or you want to know more about me, leave it down in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And don't forget to click on that notification bell. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. And don't forget, be original, be yourself. Take care. Bye. Quickly, one other thing I almost forgot. After I went back to work, a guy that I worked with, he came up to me one day when I was in the break room. He said, "Hey, I showed my cousin your Facebook posts about your dental work, and you basically encouraged her, inspired her, and motivated her to get her dental work done." And I looked at him like, "Really?" It's like, "Yeah." And I was surprised because me inspiring and motivating, encouraging somebody, it's something I never would have even imagined or thought of. And that made me happy. But yeah, his cousin was in the same boat as me. She had it a lot worse because the way he described it, it was bad. But she got all of her teeth removed when she got hers done. But that also takes me back to high school, because the last 2 years of high school, I would often think of these thoughts and be like, I have a feeling that one day I'm going to motivate and inspire and encourage people, you know, after going through all this. And well, here I'm sitting in front of a camera and gonna be uploading this to YouTube, and is this it? Probably. So I hope this really motivates anybody, inspires you, encourages you.